In China, a humanoid robot did something humans trained for years to master, and no humanoid had ever pulled it off before. In the US, another humanoid casually handed out Christmas swag and talked back. A robot dog sold out in under an hour like a new smartphone. Factories started replacing skilled workers with humanoids at scale. And one of the most famous robots in the world is about to step onto a global stage next month. And it all starts with a robot in China doing something that looks simple until you realize it's one of the hardest things a machine has ever been asked to do. On December 22, TARS Robotics showed a humanoid robot on stage at a live event, and this robot didn't lift boxes, didn't stack crates, didn't walk around waving at people. It sat down and did hand embroidery, real embroidery. It threaded a needle, used both hands, and stitched a logo live in front of an audience. Now, if you've never stitched anything in your life, that might not sound impressive. But the moment you think about what's actually happening there, it gets kind of wild. You're dealing with thread that stretches and twists, fabric that moves and deforms constantly, and movements that need sub-millimeter precision over a long sequence of steps. One tiny mistake and the thread snaps, the stitch misses, or the whole thing falls apart. This kind of task has been a nightmare for robotics for decades. Industrial robots are amazing at rigid, repeatable jobs. Pick this metal part, place it there, do it again 1,000 times. But soft materials break everything. They change shape, they resist unpredictably, and they require constant force adjustment in real time. That's why, until now, long, delicate, two-handed work like this was seen as basically off-limits for automation. And that's what made this demo so important. The robot moved through the whole process smoothly, staying stable the entire time, with no signs of hesitation or struggle. Both hands working together, adjusting force, tracking the needle and thread visually, and staying stable the whole time. That's not just motion control, that's embodied intelligence working as a system. People inside robotics immediately clocked what this meant, because once you can do this, you're suddenly not just talking about embroidery. You're talking about wire harness assembly, precision electronics, fine mechanical assembly, all the stuff factories still rely on skilled human hands for. At the event, TARS Robotics CEO, Dr. Chen Yilun, explained how they got there, and the way he described it actually lines up with a bigger trend we've been seeing across AI lately. He called it a data, AI, physics trinity approach. Basically, instead of treating data collection, model training, and physical robots as separate worlds, they connect everything into one continuous loop. They collect detailed, real-world operational data using their SenseHub platform. That data feeds into their embodied AI model, the AWE 2.0 AI World Engine. And here's the key part. The model isn't trained to do one specific task. It's trained to learn general physical skills: balance, coordination, force control, vision under uncertainty. Stuff that transfers from one job to another. Those learned skills then run directly on their humanoid robots, the T-Series and A-Series platforms. Chen also stressed something that matters way more than people realize. The digital to physical gap is small. What the AI learns during training actually carries over into the real world, which is why the robot held together on stage and performed the task without falling apart under real conditions. The system follows classic AI scaling laws too. As more real-world data flows in, performance improves across multiple tasks at once. Their chief scientist, Dr. Dingwen Chao, talked about how success rates jumped across different scenarios simply by scaling data and refining the model architecture. The long-term goal here obviously isn't a robot that can stitch logos. It's robots that learn adaptable skills and carry them into new environments without being reprogrammed every time. And the craziest part is that TARS Robotics was founded on February 5, 2025. In under a year, they went from concept to live humanoid demos, showing capabilities people used to say were years away. Investors clearly noticed. The company raised $120 million in an angel round, then followed that with another $122 million in an Angel Plus round. Now, at the time this was happening in China, a clip from the US revealed how far humanoids have come in a much more everyday setting. On December 23, right before Christmas Eve, Figure AI's CEO Brett Adcock shared a short video showing him interacting with the company's latest humanoid, Figure 03, in a simple, unscripted setting. He starts by asking the robot where it was built. It answers, clearly, saying San Jose, California.
I was built right here in San Jose, California.
He asks which generation it belongs to. The robot says it's part of the third generation.
There are 3 generations of figure robots, and I'm the latest one.
When he asks which generation is best, it does the polite thing and says the third generation because it has the most advanced features.
I believe I'm the best as the 3rd generation, with the most advanced features.
Then he tests something more practical, visual recognition. He asks the robot to hand him medium and large shirts. The shirts are sitting in different baskets. Figure 03 looks at the setup, identifies the correct size each time, picks the right basket, and hands the shirt over correctly. Under the hood, this robot runs on Figure AI's Helix model, which is a vision language action system. That means vision, language understanding, and physical movement are tied together in one loop instead of being bolted together with rules. People watching the clip were impressed, but they also immediately noticed something else. The robot pauses for about 2 to 3 seconds before answering questions. That delay jumped out in the comments.
Can you give me a medium shirt?
One person even joked that it felt like dial-up internet and asked how Chinese robots compare. That reaction actually points to a real unsolved problem in humanoids right now. Speech latency. Even when perception and manipulation are solid, conversational timing still feels off. The robot hears the question, processes it, generates a response, then speaks. Every step adds delay, and humans notice it instantly. Now, that doesn't mean Figure 03 is weak. Far from it. The robot was released in October and is a big step forward for the company. It's smaller and about 9% lighter than previous versions. It has a softer exterior with mesh fabric and foam padding designed to reduce injury risk. It stands about 5 feet 6 inches tall and is built mainly as an assistant for household pick-and-place tasks. Physically, it's more capable too. In another clip released a few weeks earlier, Figure 03 showed quick starts, smooth turns, sharp braking, and even running. Forbes reported speeds between 4 and 6 miles per hour, which would beat the usual humanoid benchmark of 3 to 4 miles per hour. Figure AI itself gave a more conservative number of 2.7 miles per hour. Audio hardware has been upgraded as well, with larger speakers for clearer speech and less distortion. For power, Figure 03 uses wireless charging through coils built into its feet. It can recharge by standing on a charging pad at up to 2 kilowatts, and a full charge gives it roughly 5 hours of operation. So yeah, speech latency is still a thing, but overall, Figure 03 shows how far humanoids have come in everyday interaction, even in casual settings. Then, almost at the same time, something happened in the consumer space that surprised a lot of people. So, Vita Dynamics launched its AI-powered robot dog under the VBot brand. The price was set at 9,988 RMB, roughly 1,368 US dollars, as an early bird offer. Within just 52 minutes, more than 1,000 units were sold. That's real demand, not hype clicks. The launch pushed related topics to number 7 on Weibo within 5 hours, and live streams around the product passed 10 million views. For a consumer embodied AI product at a 4-figure price, that's a big signal. What makes this robot dog stand out is that it's fully autonomous. No remote control, no constant human input. It runs 128 TOPS of on-device AI compute and uses LiDAR and depth vision, processing visual data locally to protect user privacy. The hardware is serious. It uses VBot's self-developed N45 permanent magnet joint motors with 24.5 Newton meters of peak torque. It can tow up to 100 kilograms. Battery life is around 5 hours, and it supports wireless charging along with 240-watt USB-C fast charging. The founding team includes people from Horizon Robotics and Li Auto, and the design borrows heavily from electric vehicle architecture. Founder Yu Yinan described it as having a spatial intelligence system similar to autonomous driving stacks, plus an interactive cockpit for human-machine interaction. Public beta testing is planned for January 2026, with batch delivery starting in March. And honestly, that early sales spike is being seen as a real validation moment. It suggests that consumer-grade embodied intelligence is officially something people are willing to buy at scale. Now, while robot dogs were selling out online, humanoids were quietly replacing people on factory floors. CATL, the world's largest EV battery maker, launched what it says is the world's first large-scale humanoid robot-powered battery production line at its Luoyang facility in Henan. The humanoid robot, called Xiaomo, is now handling critical tasks in battery pack production. Xiaomo was developed by Spirit AI, a Hangzhou-based startup founded in 2024 and backed by CATL. The robot works in end-of-line and direct current internal resistance testing, which are the final checks before battery packs leave the line. These tasks used to require humans to manually connect high-voltage test plugs, which came with safety risks and inconsistent quality. Xiaomo uses an end-to-end vision language action model, giving it strong environmental perception and precise control. It handles uncertainty, adjusts posture and force in real time, and inserts and removes flexible wiring harnesses without damaging components. In real production, Xiaomo achieves over 99% connection success and matches the cycle times of skilled human workers. It also monitors wiring connections continuously and reports anomalies in real time, cutting defect rates. During downtime, it switches into inspection mode to further improve reliability. CATL says Xiaomo now handles continuous production across multiple battery models and delivers nearly 3 times the daily workload of manual labor, while staying consistent and stable. This rollout fits into CATL's broader dominance in EV batteries. From January to October, the company logged 355.2 gigawatt-hours of global installations, up 36.6% year-over-year, giving it a 38.1% global market share. In China alone, November installations hit 40.87 gigawatt-hours, or 43.71% of the market. And finally, looking ahead to early next year, one of the most iconic humanoids is about to step onto a global stage. Atlas, developed by Vita Dynamics and backed by Hyundai Motor Group, is set to make its first live public demo at CES 2026 in Las Vegas. Hyundai plans to unveil its broader AI robotics strategy there, positioning robotics at the center of its future growth. Atlas has already been running pilot demos at Hyundai's EV plant in Georgia. Hyundai acquired Vita Dynamics in 2021 and has been steadily integrating robotics into its long-term plans. The company has announced around 50 trillion won, roughly $34 billion, in AI investment from 2026 to 2030, and plans to build a robot manufacturing plant in the US capable of producing 30,000 units a year. For people who've followed robotics for a long time, Atlas represents decades of progress, from early MIT Leg Lab experiments to modern humanoids walking into factories and trade shows. Anyway, that's where things are right now. Things are moving fast, and this space is getting real in a way it never has before. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.